Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This video is going to be all about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's new managerial contract that lasts till 2024 with an extra year to extend if they wish for. As you know, all of us on this channel are Ole out, so I'm going to try to be as neutral as possible. But yeah, don't hate us, because I have noticed there's a common thing when you don't back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But anyways, if you do enjoy the video, do subscribe, do smash a like, all that good stuff. But yes, gentlemen, I was having a good morning. I woke up, I was playing some games, I was checking Twitter, then all of a sudden, after Sancho's got officially announced yesterday, they hit us with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, new contract. Which we knew it was coming, we knew it was coming, and we knew that the club was going to wait for something like Sancho to be announced and then hit us with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because we knew how some of the fan base would react. I'm going to ask you gentlemen first, what's your initial feeling to this contract being announced?
Like, I low-key feel like I wish I was still Ole in because I'd be so smug right now. But sadly I'm not. And yeah, no, they've been sitting on this one, haven't they? They've been sitting on this one, and they were just waiting for Sancho to be announced, and boom, they hit us with it. And yeah, it ain't it, is it? It just ain't it, to be honest. Because yes, we can try to be objective, and when we're being objective, I guess you can say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has made more progress at this club than any other manager which has managed this club since Sir Alex Ferguson. I think it's fair to say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has stabilized this club from a signings point of view, from a league position point of view. But the man just lost the Europa League final. He lost the Europa League final, and he gave him a 3-year contract. Like, in what world does a top level club do that? It's just incompetence, honestly. And if you're going to give him a contract, at least give him 1 year, Be like, we recognize your progress, here's a year to prove that the Europa League final, which is a blip. A 3-year contract. Nah, I was finished.
Yeah. Genuinely, an actual opinion before I can give a snarky Ollie in to make some kind of contrast. I'm completely with you. I genuinely think that's just complete incompetence from the board. And genuinely just feels like they know how to count up to 3, and that's about it. Because there's where we finish third, we finish second, we're going to finish first now. This is how it works. We're just counting up slowly. It goes with the Europa League, it goes for the semi-finals we've been in, it goes for the Premier League, it goes for everything in their head. They're thinking we're about to win the quadruple, and they know he deserves 4 years for that, okay? So, that's what they do. That's 100% what they're doing now, and it's stupid, it's gross incompetence. We have like the biggest net spend since Ollie's been here in the entirety of Europe at this point. It is getting ridiculous, and we're only signing more and more and more talent. And the squad is literally looking like it's going to be the best in the league by the time this window's done. So there's generally no excuses for Ollie, and he quite literally needs to win the title. As it shows up there.
I brought this whiteboard in because I want to do a pros and cons about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being a manager of Manchester United. But to give my own opinion, do I agree with it? Absolutely not. Would I have sacked him yesterday? Yes, I would have sacked him yesterday because in my head, it makes no sense how you can still be trophyless after everything that you have in front of you. There was no excuse last season. There's even more of no excuses next season. So that's just my opinion. But I bring this whiteboard because we did a last video of things we want to see. And if we look at this whiteboard, where it says win the title, you need to use your squad, better brand of football, concede less set pieces, decide on a goalkeeper, good start to the season, and a trophy. That's already could be turned into a lot of cons for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I brought that. That's the only reason I brought exactly. Because that's some things Ole doesn't do. So if he does this, if he does everything here, fair enough. I mean, no one's going to be more happy than us. Because at the end of the day, I might not like Ole now, but you do all of that stuff. Okay, fair play then. You proved everyone wrong. I'm happy. Manchester United are winning. We're dominating. It is what it is. But I do not blame people who are skeptic. Because based on the evidence, there is nothing to back this manager on. There is nothing. No trophies, no nothing. So there's that. Because like last season, when we were in the Europa League final, and I gave our predictions on our match preview, I said there's no evidence to say that we were going to win this Europa League final, and we didn't. So there's always that. But we'll get into the pros and cons. I do have some quotes from Twitter obviously. From the United report, so go check them out, follow them on Twitter. So they started off, obviously, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a new 3-year contract with United with an option for an extra year, as most contracts United give out. Ed Woodward then said, Ole and his staff have worked tirelessly, putting the foundations in place for long-term success on the pitch, which I somewhat agree with, because like I said, to give credit to Ole, he has stabilized this club. People are very happy. The players are very happy. Majority of the fans are happy that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is manager of Manchester United. He also said, the results of that have become increasingly visible over the past 2 seasons, and we are looking forward to seeing this exciting team develop further in the years ahead. I mean, it's not that hard. I'm also excited to do it. Well, do I back him to do it? I don't know. That's why I'm Ole out. I'm Ole out. Do I believe he can do it? Probably not. But, mountains are there to be climbed. Then Solskjaer said, everyone knows the feeling I have for this club. I'm delighted to have signed this new contract. It is an exciting time for Man United. We have built a squad with a good balance of youth and experienced players that are hungry for success. Nothing wrong with that. Solskjaer says, I have a fantastic coaching team around me. It's a bit 50-50 because Mike Phelan, Kerry Key, McKenna, they aren't great coaches. People like an Eric Ramsey, though, that's a good coach. But, we'll get there. And he says, we're all ready to take that next step on our journey. Man United wants to be winning the biggest and best trophies, and that's what we're all striving for. Nothing wrong with that. Solskjaer says we have improved both on and off the pitch, and this will continue over the coming seasons. I can't wait to get out in front of a packed Old Trafford and get this campaign started. I think we're looking at plans for training grounds. We're planning on the course of work at Old Trafford, and you want to be a part of that. The last few years we've improved, and we want to take the next step. I can't say we're delighted with what's happened so far, but we haven't won because we haven't won anything. The progress is there, and I feel the squad is in much better place, and I think we'll gradually be getting there by just what we're doing every single day. After I signed the deal to be manager, the first time around we sat down and had a plan. There hasn't been one moment where I felt I've had to look over my shoulder. We have a plan, we stick with it. We know where there'll be bumps in the road, but now we are here. We want to step forward. And then he was asked if his family's proud of him. Well, you know how they're obviously going to be proud. I'm not going to read that. Solskjaer says, I've never been the type to look back at the rest of my laurels. I've always just tried to improve. That's a very Ollie thing to say. He doesn't look at anyone else. He just wants to improve himself. Clayton's camera is Ollie out. Solskjaer also said...
An inspiring quote I've ever heard of a manager with a new contract.
Solskjaer says...
I hear zero drive, I hear zero inspiration.
We're almost there.
He's like, where's what we're doing?
He's almost there. He said, of course, he's ready for the work ahead. I wouldn't have accepted it, the United contract, otherwise I would have stand down. But no, I'm really looking forward to it. And says, of course, the players are brought into our ideas, and I think they've shown great attitude to improve and learn. That's key. You have to inform the players, and you get to buy-in from the players, and they're ready now for the next step. So that's what Woodward said. I did see another quote saying Woodward is inspired by the attractive football that Ole plays. And we all know that that's a lie. We do not play attractive football. It's on the freaking whiteboard. We do not play attractive football. Now, we are all Ole out. But, coming from an Ole in point, reasons why I would be happy. One, he's a United legend. That's one of the biggest reasons probably. Two, the squad is very happy. It's a great squad. And three, the only other thing I can think of is I'm never going to compare these two. I'm looking from the other side of the fence, I'm not on that side of the fence, but I'm looking from the other side of the fence. Is that Clay and I watched also the Sir Alex Ferguson documentary. Now, Ollie might not have the history that Sir Alex had before coming to Manchester United, but it's very similar to the situations that we're in. People want him out, people don't really believe in him or whatever, but every year, somehow, some way, on paper, he can get what is needed. Now, if you ask me what's needed to be Manchester United manager, it's top 4 every season. That's it. That's all you need. If you want a real manager, he should be winning the Premier League not every year, but every now and then. You should be challenging for the Champions League every season. We shouldn't know what the Europa League is. You should be playing attractive football, and you should be making our youth into future superstars. That's what we used to be. Now, has Ollie won trophies? No. Does he give the chance to youth? Not really. Greenwood, and that's it, really, basically. And the other one is he's happy. He makes the players happy. They love him. But we don't see that ruthlessness. We don't see the aggression from Ole. Do I blame Ole for this contract? No. Because if I was in Ole's shoes, I'll be over the moon as well. It's the board above him. That they make the decision about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And we know the biggest problem of Manchester United. Ole might be a problem to some people, but the biggest problem is still those above him. If it was someone like the Chelsea owner, Roman Abramovich, or Real Madrid, or Barcelona, or Bayern Munich, they would have told him, one, you get this year, or maybe you'll get a year contract because the manager must feel like there's some sort of hope in the club. Just like when Fergie was in trouble, the owners said, listen, whatever happens, regardless of the result on Sunday, your job is safe. So I understand that from a manager point. You need to have that feeling that they believe in you. So that's fine. But a real club would have given him a year max, and would have said, this season I've given you Jadon Sancho, I've given you Raphael Varane. Solskjaer would have said, listen, I don't have a CDM. But to be honest, the squad that we currently have, they should be at least competing for the Premier League title. They should be winning a trophy a season. They might not be perfect, but they need a trophy, and he hasn't done that. So
I wouldn't even say competing. I'd be like, I'm giving you a year, I'm giving the squad, go win the fucking league. Go win the fucking league. If you don't, you put the fuck out. What the heck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, we want to win the league. If we have, let's just say we signed Varane, hypothetically. We have Varane, Maguire. Those are two of the best centre backs in the world. Luke Shaw, best left back in the world at the moment. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, best defensive right back in the world. Goalkeeper David De Gea, he's world class on his day. We have Dino, it's backup. Then you go into midfield, likes of Paul Pogba if he stays. Bruno Fernandes, Donny van der Beek, McFred is us, and there's no replacement for them as well. I agree with that. And then you go to the wingers, Rashford, Tony, Cavani, Mason, Sancho. It's like, what more do you need? What more do you need? It's becoming a Galactico team. It's becoming a Galactico team. Those players are ready to win everything. Those players are ready to win anything. And why I'm hoping Varane goes over the line is because then there is proper no excuse. Because if we don't get a centre back, I will be somewhat sympathetic to Ole because McFred and McLove is awful. They are awful. They are the biggest problems. But with Varane, that is shop closed at the back. There's shop closed. You don't have a holding midfielder, fine. But that is shop closed at the back. So yeah, Ole. I don't agree with this. I do not agree with this. I would have waited this year because I think this year is crunch time. No more talking, no more hoping. It's time for action. You need to do all these things you want to see. You have to do it. And the worst thing is if you like us 3 here, and you don't believe he can do it, there's problems. Because if he doesn't do it after this season, we are stuck with him. And the other thing is, it's not like many other clubs would have been coming to want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's signature. We could have left him. We would have left him in the year. If his contract runs down, Madrid aren't going to come for him. Barca is not going to come for him. Bayern, no big club is going to want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as their manager. No matter what, you could win the Premier League even. And they probably still won't want him. Yeah, maybe a club like Newcastle. But no big club will want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, realistically. So, yeah, I'm very skeptic. I understand why people are happy. Obviously, like I said, he's a legend of the club. He's bring good vibes. But is that what we are now? Is that what we are at Manchester United? Just vibes now, just top 4. Because I tell you what, next season if we don't win a trophy and we finish top 4th, we can finish 4th. It's fine. For the board, it's a win. No one's going to be mad, and only the people who suffer is us in the place. Those are the only people who suffer. So, gentlemen, to express after everything I read, what are you guys' further thoughts now on the whole situation?
Yeah, what I think it is? I was scared to make that Sir Alex Ferguson comparison, but I'm going to make it. Because I think Ole kind of hides the board's ineptitude because he's so hands-on, like Sir Alex Ferguson. Because I think it's no coincidence that our squad recruitment and players we're signing are so much more competent ever since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in. I think it's no coincidence that just the football culture at United seems to have improved a little. It's because, I guess, one, he gets it because he's been there, but he goes beyond just being the manager and says, I want to be hands-on because I know what the problems this club has because I've been following this club. Now, another top-tier manager will come in and be like, I'm gonna do my job and coach these players, but you go and get me the fucking players, and you go do all those things, you know. And in that situation, you need a lot of departments that know what they're doing, you know. The people who have been recruited to come do the job and are the best at it, like the Chelseas have, like the Cities have, like the PSG. I don't think we have that at United. So I think that's why before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in, we'd see these top managers come to the club, say they want top players, but then it just seems like it's a circus because I feel like the structure around them has never really been that great. So I think from that point of view, the board really like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But at the end of the day, the problem is that we're Manchester United. We shouldn't be having this problem. We should have that structure, and we should then bring in a manager like Pochettino and say, we've got everything for you. You go and win us the league. That should be the level. And when we accept anything below that, we're dropping our standard as a club. So, yes, a little bit of a positive for Ole, but it's unacceptable in the bigger picture.
It's not the United way, to say the least. Our recruitment has always been inept, and until now we haven't been looking at established stars in football right now. Up until this window, we have been signing no-name brands, and we've been hoping they're going to work, in all honesty. Like, so it definitely has improved. I don't know whether it's Oli or whether it's someone like Murtaugh just going, yeah, we've seen the established players, we're not going to take any risks. We're just going to improve the squad, 100%, no issue. Because I'm not entirely sure. Because first season with Oli, we didn't see that much. Second season, we saw Dani, and then we also saw our youthful wingers, but that's about it. Everyone else was just shite, really, and the recruitment was just average. It always is at United.
I don't know, because like,
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut in, but then look at like when he came in, we signed people like Maguire, we signed people like Wan-Bissaka. I feel like those were two positions we need to fill, and those are two players who were like, yes, it makes sense. But before Ole came in, there'll be a lot of signings like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's literally like it's a give and take with that. Because I know we also extended Juan Mata's contract this season, and we're going to go sign Varane and Sancho. It's always a give and take with him. That's the issue. I wanted to just be like, give us. I want Abramovich. Literally, I want to be a Chelsea fan. I want to be like, I can do this. We can just open the war chest. We can get whoever we want. We don't have to worry about keeping this dead wood at this club. And we can just focus on good players. We don't need just somewhat good players. Because I can tell you right now, when Wan-Bissaka signed for United, I wasn't happy.
I was very happy.
I was not happy. This is a Crystal Palace right back who did job last season. I was not happy. I'd say that.
Well, to you it was a job. When I watched him the whole season, I was like, sign him up. He's what we need.
He's okay. He was okay. He was nothing special.
He looked like a player who's going to take the next step, you know. And I always thought that's the player to sign.
In hindsight, 100%. But if he flopped, if he was just another Darmian or something, what then? Just hypothetical. If he was another Darmian, if he just flopped on his face and we needed another right back this season.
But then some people will say then that's credit to Oli because he didn't make Wan-Bissaka.
They'll go and sign Diego, and it'll work.
Definitely, I'm just saying, but.
Whereas for me, Aaron Wan-Bissaka was like that all the time, so there was nothing new when Aaron came in. We just took it to another level, so I expected that from Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Aaron worked 100%.
Yes.
I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying it's always give and take with this manager. It's always a whack signing and then a good signing and then a whack signing and then something else happens and then it's a good signing and then it's a good signing.
Yeah, it's inconsistent. That's what it is. That's what we are at United. It's inconsistent.
We don't want that. And we don't want that. We want to just be able to go, well, this is the player we want. We want Ronaldo. Come, bring him. Let's go. That was our club. That was our philosophy. We believe in our youth. We're going to give them chances. We're going to do it. Our transfer policy's been shit. Oli has improved it. I don't know whether it's Oli, whether it's just the board going, oh yeah, we've heard of that player before. We back it. Go Oli. Go have fun. Spend the money. I don't know. I really don't know what the situation at the club is, but it's always been incompetence around it. And definitely could be credit to Oli. Could be. I have no clue what Oli's doing on his Sundays, whether he's going to Spain to go watch Varane week in, week out. I don't know. But like, I just feel United need to be consistently doing this, whatever they're doing now, because we haven't been. And again, there's still dizzy parts in it though, which you know Oli has a say in.
No, that's what I'm saying. So like, next season, Dolly might not play the whole season. Tellers might not play the whole season. You know, he might still play Big Fred. And there's also problems. And that's Oli's fault if he does that. That's not up to the board now. You know, that's
Yeah.
all. That's all on Oli.
If and buts go out the window when we look at next season's performance.
As soon
100%.
as the first game kicks off, nothing's on the board anymore. You know, whatever the board has done, that's what they left us. But Oli has to work with whatever shit they've been given.
Yep.
As much as it's a good thing,
I just came
like I
back.
said, the team should have been recruiting the board, not the board, man. The structure should have been so and so that we can recruit these type of players. It shouldn't be on Ole, you know. And Ole should be coaching this team to glory, and he can't do that. So, one, he shouldn't be the manager because he's not good enough. He stabilized us. Ooh, move on. Two, we should have better structure at Manchester United. So all around, it's just complete, it's a complete mess.
Definitely.
Because the other thing is, like, when you look at all the managers before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, each one of those managers won a trophy. Whether it's a Mickey Mouse trophy, whether it's a good trophy, they all won a trophy with a way worse squad than we currently have. A lot worse squad than we currently have. So whenever that's the main thing though. That's the main thing. Like, why can't Ole do it? Why can't he do it? He's not good enough. That's why. He's not good enough to do it. So I think at bare minimum you needed a manager plays way better football and can still win the trophies, you know. Competing with the leagues, the Champions League, obviously we want that. But now we're getting to a point where even the team looks like it's good enough to do it. Like, what's the excuse? What's the excuse for Varane's been there, done that? Luke Shaw, is he not the best left back in the world at the moment? Is Aaron Bissaka, no one gets past him? Harry Maguire, did we not pay 80 million for Baz Maguire for English? He got to a final. Jadon Sancho's won a trophy.
Sancho's won.
Rashford, Tony's won trophies, you know. Cavani's won trophies. So De Gea's won a trophy. Paul Pogba's a World Cup winner. So they're running out of excuses. It's running out of excuses.
It really makes no sense because we can afford to have like the 3 most expensive signings in the history of the Premier League. We can afford to give Phil Jones ridiculous contracts, but we can't afford to hire the right people to make the right decisions. It just doesn't add up, really. Like, what's the problem? You know?
Sure.
United shouldn't be aiming for inconsistency. We need to be aiming for titles. And until that board gets it in the head, Ollie's still going to be at the helm.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, we have the finances to do what Man City does, but not rely on a $1 billion owner because we make the money ourselves, you know?
We have $1 billion owner. They just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't need
Just
them. That's the
obvious
thing
in
at
a proper
United. We
bit
wouldn't
because-
need them.
Shakeman.
Because United make the money. The name
Exactly.
makes the money enough. So
And if they win a title, they make all that in money back in a second.
that's what they don't understand. That's what they don't understand. They're not footballing people. They're
100
bankers.
million? You're
Exactly.
going to get 200 million for winning the Premier League in commercial rights alone.
Exactly. And then
Men's are
I don't
mad.
understand. Fans would be happy. Fans would buy your kits if you're winning leagues. If you're winning Champions Leagues, why wouldn't you buy the official kit then?
Exactly.
I kind of feel like this club has gone to become such a brand that they don't really need to win the title.
But why would you not try and improve your brand, though? Like,
You
you want
know?
the top athletes to win it, you know?
I
You
get
want
you, but then
best of
if
the
you're not
best.
winning a title
We're not
and you're
there.
the biggest brand in football,
Yeah.
it's very easy to just say, oh, okay. Who gives a fuck? We're making the money anyway. So I think that's where they are.
Well, that's exactly what they think. That's it. They don't need anything more. They just get the Champions League, you know, keep the fans somewhat happy, give them
want
Sancho,
another
give them a
billion.
Sancho every 4 years, and they're happy. That's fine. Put Oli at the real legend, no one's gonna turn his back on him. It's all fine. The owners are
You
fine,
can say-
the fans are happy, and then that's it.
You can say, they're not ambitious. Maybe they're not football people. Maybe that's why they're not ambitious. But you can
Yeah,
say if they
football
are,
people.
they can tell you that, well, Fergie's won us Champions Leagues. He's won us Premier League. So we've been there, done it. So I
Yeah,
kinda
we
feel
did it then, we don't need to do it again. It's fine. We've done it before.
Yeah, we suffer. No one else suffers, just us. No one else. I don't think you think Sancho suffers. No, you're getting paid fat bags every week. You think Rashford, as much as he loves the club, you think he'll end up suffering? No, he's getting fat bags at the week. Only us really suffer. Proper suffer as us fans. You know, so that thing to take the room. I'm not slating Rashford and Sancho. I'm just saying, you know, at the end of the day, really, they still love him. So it doesn't matter. They would love to win it, and I'm sure they'll give everything to win it. But it doesn't matter to them as much as it does to us because, you know, we put time, money, love into it, and we get nothing out of it. That's us as fans. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm not happy with it. You're gonna have to pull something out of your ass next season, because in my head, honestly, you should win the treble next season if you're serious about life. You should win the treble, you know. But I never thought you could do it. I said you could sign Varane, you can still sign Declan Rice, You can sign Jack Grealish, so you could have the best squad. You could have the Galactico squad. And would I still back you to do it? No, because I don't think you're good enough. I don't think you're good enough. So that's the thing. And I just want to know what's going to be the next excuse next season when we have an even better squad than last year's, and we finish fourth.
We're going to have a poor start to the season because people are returning with lack of fitness from the Euros. That's the reason why we don't win it next season. Because we didn't have Luke Shaw for game 1 and Rashford for the first 3 weeks. That's the excuse.
Is Luke Shaw confirmed?
Oh no, it's just speculations because of the Euro stuff. Because they're not coming back to training.
I just don't want there to be excuses anymore, and I don't think there is excuses. That's if Varane comes. Because if Varane don't come, then we fix nothing. Then honestly, Ole's fix nothing. He's just giving Sancho and good luck. That's it. That's it. Sancho, good luck. If Varane comes in, you've got one minute excuse, but that's it.
If only Sancho comes in, we've just improved how good we can shit house, really.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's literally it. We just improved how good we can
shit house. Sancho and vibes. Let's go.
Yeah, that's why I say people like Eric Ramsey, people like a Varane are more important than Jadon Sancho. So we're gonna have to see what happens. And if Ollie's got the contract, now it's up to the owners. You gotta back him. You gotta somehow prove to the other people who don't believe why we should back him. You know, give him Varane, give him a CDM, give him whatever, so that you know if he doesn't succeed, you as a board gave him everything. And then you guys should take a hard look at yourself and be like, yeah, what the hell am I doing? And sack him, bring a proper manager, and they should still do better than this, you know?
Yep.
Someone like Conte, you know, even though I don't like Conte, but even Tuchel, look at Tuchel. Tuchel, he got players.
Conte won the what with?
Yeah, doesn't mean I like him. Doesn't mean I like him. So.
Ashley Young, I'm sorry.
I didn't want to say it because I had a feeling Shanique wouldn't like him, but like, Conte with the squad, you.
Conte's gonna tear the league apart.
You're winning the league. I feel like this goes unnoticed, but in the last few years, Conte's Chelsea was the first team to get 90 points.
Yeah.
Because they got 90
points. He's a fantastic manager. He's just a serial winner.
That's the thing.
He's literally Joe.
Do I like him? No. But will I take him over Oli? Yes. Will I take Tuchel even over Oli? As much as I despise Tuchel, I take anyone over Oli. You know, so.
1000%. I'm saying Graham Potter over Oli. I'll make this comparison every 10 weeks.
Yeah, I might not take Graham Potter over Oli.
To be fair, as much as
same caliber
as a proven winner, I probably wouldn't hire him either because I feel like I'm sick of the whole defensive football. Like, I don't mind defensive football.
That's the main thing. The only way I back defensive football is you better bring trophies every season. Otherwise, I can't stand watching United.
Conte is at least an attractive. You get the best out of your striking options. You get the best out of your forwards.
I don't mind conservative football, but for United, I've just gone to the point. Entertainment.
Yeah, our standards are low. Yeah, our standards are low. We want nice football. I want to see Pep and Jurgen football every week. Bielsa football, actually. You know, it's great.
Taking the two football. Bite my hand off.
If Oli can even show me that next season, and we finish like, I don't know, let's say we finish second, you know. But I need a trophy. I do need a trophy. But if he improves the football, like playing like Bielsa or Klopp or Pep, that's a big doubt.
We have a better chance of winning the league than that happens.
Yeah, you'll win the league because we shit house our way to it. But yeah, that's just our thoughts. I think the video had to be done, obviously, because there's lots of negatives. Some would say this is the greatest day in footballing history since Alex Ferguson signed, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still acting.
If he goes to travel for the next 3 seasons, sure, I'll gladly go back and just be like, I was wrong, hands up.
Yeah, exactly. No, but then then there's evidence. Then you showed to me clearly why you deserve to be here, you know. And I think this is his last chance. That's the only reason I wouldn't have given him the contract, because I feel like this year is his last chance. If we get Varane, that's a big if. Like as soon as we make a video where Varane, here we go from Fabrizio. There is no excuses next season. None. But until Varane's holding a red shirt, you know, you do have an excuse, I'll give you that much. But you should still be winning things like a Europa League or like an FA Cup, or, you know, something small like that, you know, because the players need to feel what it takes to win something. You know, you can't just live off vibes and hope get to a final and bottle it every time. So yeah, the trophy, I think without Varane and top 4 is and play better football, obviously. There's still lots of things without Varane you can do. But if we get Varane, then there's proper no excuses. You need to win the league. You need to challenge for Champions League. You need to start making big improvements, you know. So we'll have to see what happens. But Oli, prove us wrong. You know, I support United. You know, prove us wrong. I might not back you, but show me a reason to back you. As for this point, I don't back you. I'm hoping Eric Ramsey does something very special with you on the side. You know, he shows you the light, so shows you what a triangle is. I don't know. Shows you what one holding midfielder is. You know, shows you what proper attacking football, set pieces. I'm really hoping Eric Ramsey is going to carry us to something. Yeah, but that's wishful thinking. We as a club are jokes. So it is what it is. And if you're all in, don't hate us. Don't hate us. Listen, I gave you your points. I'm giving you my points. Don't hate us, okay? Don't violate us. Because at the end of the day, what does your manager want from us? Nothing. So shut up. Okay? I want to leave it like that. Is there anything else you guys want to say about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's new contract? Because we stuck with him. Whether you love him, whether you hate him, we stuck with him. The only way he gets sacked proper is without top 4. And the squad is too good. It would be amazing. It'll actually be an achievement for Ole if he doesn't get top 4 with the squad. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I've come to a realization that I really like Ole. I really do. But
I like Ole as like Ole. But when he's manager of Manchester United, no, I don't care who it is.
It is what it is, you know. We need to win stuff. So at the end of the day, you need to. It has to come down to logic.
Yeah.
Simple as that. When you be winning, I have nothing to add on to that. We just need to be winning under a manager. And if Ole doesn't do it, I want him sacked tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, Ole, here's the list. If you're watching, do these things. I'll back you. I will back you. I think if you win the title, if we get Varane, it should be realistic. You know, at least like somewhat 2 points, 2 points even behind, 5 points behind, and if you get like 90 points, fair play. If you finish second with 90 points, fair play. You know, if you use your squad, big plus. If you play attractive football, big plus. If you don't concede set piece goals, big plus. If you have one goalkeeper, big plus. Good start to the season because we never have that, and keep the form that we usually have in the season. That's a plus. And if you do this one, I'll back you. I'll be like, give him another year. Because not last season, the season before that, I was Ole out as well. But did I say he deserves another year? I said, yeah, he deserves another year. He finished third. He did what the goals were for that season. So give him the next year. Last year, I feel like he failed the objectives. He was supposed to win a trophy, and he didn't win a trophy. You know, he got top 4, but that was it. You know, top 4 in a trophy was the objective last season. And he failed on one of them. So let's see what happens.
Knowing Ole, this year we're probably going to start well, and then second half the shock.
I think that'll hurt me the most. I think that'll, if we in the title and we're all the way there.
Like any club in the Premier League from like halfway to the end.
Yeah, I was looking at it because I was doing Fantasy League and I was just looking at our fixtures. Honestly, we have such a run.
There's a point where there's like 10 games.
There is a run of fixtures where it's like you should win the league. You know, we were nice with the fixtures.
We've been here before. I remember in Ole's first full season, Cole was coming out to be like, we should win the first 10 games.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We should now. I'm tired. We should. If you don't fire him,
Go.
Exactly. The squad is better than ever. The fixtures got easier for you. There's no. You got a director of football. You got a coach. I'm tired.
Can you please do the double of Arsenal? Like, I'm not having it.
Those things like that, literally.
Arsenal knock us. We know this.
Yeah, but Arsenal, you know, they got some other juju. But you know, you should be beating the other teams like Palace or Burnley's. You know, those or Everton's now. You need to beat those teams now. Double over them. You know, so that's a lot to ask. One of two things are gonna happen. Either Ole's gonna be the first successful manager since Alex Ferguson for Manchester United, or he's going to be a failure and the last 4 or 5 years have been a waste of our life. That's it. That's it. We'll have a nicer squad, and no matter what happens, I'll stand by it. That if Ole had to leave tomorrow, whoever inherits the squad is inheriting an awesome squad. You know, if Pogba leaves, you still got Donny. So you know, it might not be poor Pogba, but it's not the end of the world. You know, it's not the end of the world. So we'll have to see what happens. So I'm hoping we get Varane. That is the big factor for me. We get Varane, I'm gonna be ruthless. If you think that I was ruthless last season, I'm gonna be more ruthless next season if we get Varane. If we don't get Varane, I can't be ruthless. But again, the board didn't help him, and you know I hate the board more than I hate Ole, so it didn't help us there. We have the biggest hole in the world with McFred and then McLove. Yeah, I'd cry next season. So we'll just have to see what happens. But if you did enjoy the video, smash a like, subscribe if you're new. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 3-year contract with an option to extend. So we're stuck with him, whether you like him, whether you love him, whether you hate him. We're stuck with him. I'm still excited for the season. We need to get Varane over the line because it'll be such a United thing to do. To drag out Sancho, announce it late, give Ole the new contract, no Raphael Varane, no more signings. We start the season on a low. That is the most United thing to do. So yeah. What'd you say?
We're gonna get him in the January window.
Yes, probably. Probably we'll get him in the January window or when his contract expires and he comes to us on a free, you know, and then people will claim it's great business. In fact, it costed us a league title. It costed us a year where we could have challenged for the title, you know, now we're even further back because Pogba would be gone as well. So,
For free. Saving money.
Exactly. That's the thing with United. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you know. Just can't go forward.
2 steps back, come on, boy.
It's sometimes like that, you feel like that. If we lose Pogba and no Varane, it's all the way backwards, all the way back, because yeah, it's late. But yeah, I'm excited for the season. I was hoping that instead of doing this video, we could have done a Raphael Varane video by this time, with how the news was. But clearly, you know how United is. I'll probably do that even after our Premier League predictions. Who knows? But yeah, Premier League prediction show will be coming. I'll give the fantasy league code when we do that afterwards as well. It'll be in the description of that video that will come up. We'll do hopefully a Raphael Varane video. Oh, I can't wait for that one. I'll be more excited for Varane than Sancho. And then it starts. Match previews, match reactions. We're back in business. United are playing today, obviously. Playing QPR, so let's see how the boys get on there. Maybe hopefully we get to see a 4-3-3. Then you know, some hope. But until then, we'll check you soon. Enjoy your rest of the day. Let us know what you think about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's new contract. And we'll see you all very soon.